Days after Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer called him an obstacle to peace, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu addresses Senate Republicans.
Basically, it was like using the force on a cursor.
And Elon Musk's Neuralink posts a video of a patient playing chess by using his thoughts. The Morning Rundown starts now.
From the Straight Arrow News Studio, bringing the stories that matter to you from across the United States and around the world. This is the Morning Rundown.
Today is Thursday, March 21st. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kara Rucker. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu spoke to Senate Republicans during a closed-door meeting on Wednesday. Netanyahu spoke virtually to the GOP lawmakers during their weekly policy lunch, which comes days after Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer criticized his approach to the war in Gaza. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, who was at the meeting, said the Israeli Prime Minister delivered a presentation and answered questions on the war and the remaining hostages. McConnell spoke to reporters after that meeting.
I made it clear to him that it's not the business of the United States to be giving a Democratic ally advice about when to have an election or what kind of military campaign they may be conducting. We obviously have a lot in common, but it seems to me the bipartisan support for Israel seems to be cracking on the political left in this country.
Netanyahu said Schumer's criticism would have no effect on his plans to continue Israel's fight to defeat Hamas and move forward with its offensive. Meanwhile, Schumer declined a similar invitation from Netanyahu to speak to Senate Democrats at their lunch meeting, saying these discussions should not happen in a partisan matter. Over in the House, Speaker Mike Johnson says he is considering inviting Netanyahu to address Congress in the near future. This comes as Secretary of State Antony Blinken plans to travel to Israel on Friday as part of his 6th trip to the Middle East since the war in Gaza began. A charter bus company has agreed to stop transporting migrants from Texas to New York after New York City Mayor Eric Adams sued them and 16 others. The lawsuit filed 2 months ago claims these companies illegally transported asylum seekers without support, violating New York's social services law. The city is asking for more than $700 million, accusing the bus companies of bringing 30,000 migrants to New York without arranging for their continued care, engaging in bad faith conduct. With the lawsuit underway, Roadrunner Charters says it will stop moving migrants to New York. Adams urged other bus companies to follow suit, while criticizing Texas over their initiative to send migrants out of the state and into sanctuary cities across the U.S. Elon Musk's startup Neuralink streamed a video live on X showing the first human patient of its brain implant using the device to move a mouse cursor to play chess. 29-year-old Nolan Arbaugh said he became paralyzed from the shoulders down after a diving accident about 8 years ago. Now, using the technology and neural signals, he can make chess moves with his mind.
Yeah, so I love playing chess, and so this is one of the things that y'all have enabled me to do, something that I wasn't able to really do much the last few years, especially not like this. I had to use like a mouse stick and stuff, but now it's all being done with my brain. If y'all can see the cursor moving around the screen, that's all me, y'all. It's pretty cool, huh?
Actually, can you pause the song just for the audio coming through? And that was also done with your brain?
Yep. It's all brain power up there.
Arbaugh said it was like using the Force, a reference from the movie Star Wars. He also said the implant allowed him to play a video game too. Last May, the FDA approved Neuralink to conduct a clinical trial of its device in humans. Some experts say that while the brain-computer interface technology Neuralink displayed in the video is not new, there is excitement over how the tech will help people who have become paralyzed. On yesterday's rundown, we reported on a stadium bomb threat targeting Los Angeles Dodgers star Shohei Ohtani before the team's game in Seoul, South Korea. Hours after the game ended, it was Ohtani's interpreter making headlines. The Dodgers firing the longtime interpreter and friend of Ohtani after he was accused by Ohtani's lawyers of a massive theft allegedly tied to paying gambling debts. He is accused of stealing millions of dollars from Ohtani and placing bets with a Southern California bookmaker who is under federal investigation. In an interview with ESPN, the interpreter said Ohtani had zero involvement in betting. The Dodgers releasing a statement saying they can confirm the interpreter has been terminated, adding the organization is aware of media reports and are gathering information. The interpreter translated for Ohtani after the team's 5-2 win over the San Diego Padres on Wednesday. Wall Street is about to see the first major social media offering in years, as Reddit is set to go public today. The 19-year-old company, known for hosting online forums, priced its initial public offering at $34 a share on Wednesday, the top of its expected range, and valuing the business at $6.5 billion. This comes a few weeks after the social media site announced a partnership with Google to allow the tech giant to use its data to train AI models. The last social media site to go public was Pinterest in 2019. Finally this morning, Taylor Swift fans are known to be very passionate about their favorite pop star, and the latest proof of that, Swifties creating seismic activity. A group of scientists at Caltech and UCLA studied seismic signals at Swift's Eras Tour concert at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California in August of 2023. And they recently published their findings on what are being called Swift quakes. The team set up strong motion sensors at the stadium to track wavelength frequencies. And sure enough, the dancing and jumping of the 70,000 plus crowd created seismic activity. The researchers say the song that picked up the largest magnitude on the scale was Shake It Off. These are your top stories for this Thursday. Unbiased, straight facts, that's Straight Arrow News. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Until then, I'm Kara Rucker. Have a great day.